Welcome. And this morning we have Randy Parvin. He's the Associate Director for Recruitment with the University of Wisconsin Pharmacy School. And I'm going to turn things over to him, but we will, like I said, hold off on questions. Like I said, we can put them in the chat. And without further ado, Randy, welcome and thanks for sharing information with us today.
Yeah, thank you, Carla, and thank you everyone who's listening and wanting to learn a little more about PharmD at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Our program has been in pharmacy education for over 140 years. Um, as Carla said, my name is Randy Parvin. I'm the recruitment coordinator for the School of Pharmacy. Um, So today's pharmacy profession, I really think is as dynamic as it's ever been. Um, a pharmacist is vital to all healthcare providers in dispensing medication. The School of Pharmacy at Madison stands out for our rigorous curriculum, research opportunities, and our healthcare partnerships that set up all of our graduates for success. So let's jump into the presentation. I want to give you kind of a comprehensive overview of the School of Pharmacy at UW-Madison, and here are some of the topics that we're going to cover today. Well, first of all, what is a pharmacist? For those that don't know, some of you already may have decided that you want a career in pharmacy, but for those who have made their mind up, I want to give you some general information about being a pharmacist. So, what is a pharmacist? Really, it's a healthcare professional who specializes in the prep, dispensing, and management of medications, right? They are the primary care provider in the community, in many small communities, and may offer other services such as health screenings and immunizations. I don't know about you all, but I remember having my COVID vaccine given by a pharmacist. Um, they work in a variety of settings, a wide variety of settings that most of us are not aware. There is the retail setting, there's the hospital setting where you work one-on-one with patients in some case. There might be a specific medical care setting, like a psychiatric hospital, for company or research. Um, where you take that career is really wherever you want to go. You can specialize in pharmacy, becoming, let's say, an oncology pharmacist or a pediatric pharmacist, emergency care pharmacist. There's a lot of avenues to get into pharmacy. So, what are the benefits? One of the things that you see in surveys from pharmacists is they feel like they have a good work-life balance, unlike other healthcare careers. There's a high starting salary. Um, there's fewer years of school than other medical professions, and you get to see the positive impact of your work with your patients. So, what is a PharmD? That's kind of a PharmD is really kind of a short, quick way of saying a doctor of pharmacy. Our program at Madison is a 4-year program. You enter the program after 2 or 4 years of undergraduate coursework. We really don't care when you enter the program, as long as you have the prerequisites or will have the prerequisites by the time you arrive to University of Wisconsin-Madison. That's fine. About 50% earn their bachelor's degree who enroll in our program, and the other 50% are going to come after the third or maybe the second year of their undergraduate education if they're bringing in a lot of AP credits. So this is Redenbaum Hall, where you're going to take the vast majority of courses. It is on the west side of UW-Madison's campus. You're really steps away from Lake Mendota. Our PharmD program is designed to be patient-centered and research-driven. Right? Students have on opportunities early on with hands-on experiences. Let me show you some of the coursework that you'd be taking here. Really, you can see the wide depth and breadth of the types of courses that you're going to be taken. One of the areas that I commonly get questioned is what is a clerkship? You could see that in year 4. The clerkship is what we call APPES. That's applied pharmaceutical education. And that's where your education will get you out of the building and you'll start the hands-on part of learning. You'll work under the direction of a pharmacist, really doing what a pharmacist does by that fourth year. But beyond foundational courses, students also take courses in clinical pharmacokinetics. That's how drugs move through the body, law and ethics, health systems pharmacy management. So there's a wide variety of courses that you need to take while earning a PharmD. We also have, besides the APPES, we have IPPES. So all these acronyms in higher ed, right? Sometimes they're intimidating, but IPPES are introductory pharmacy practice experiences. And these are part-time experiences that you can engage you in real pharmacy work. You might be shadowing a pharmacist, you do some guided activities, and you'll participate in a pharmaceutical role. You do these in the first, second, and third year. The nice thing about Redenbaum Hall and being on the west side of campus is most of your IPPES and APPES will be a skywalk away. I know UW-Madison can be a large, intimidating place for folks, but the beautiful thing is the UW Hospital is right there. The UW Health Clinic is right by our building, as well as the Veterans Hospital. So as I said, APPES are advanced pharmaceutical practice experiences, and they are full-time experiences in your fourth year. You can complete them in Wisconsin locations around the world. Students complete 7 to 8 6 weeks experiences. And that's so we can get you in a number of different pharmaceutical roles so that you get a wide variety of experiences. Okay, so let's talk about the admissions and applications process a bit. The application process is a holistic review, which you're probably familiar with at the undergrad level. So I'm going to walk you through what will make, I should say, a strong application. All students must complete 72 credits of undergraduate coursework. Right? That usually takes 2 or 3 years. You don't have to earn an undergraduate degree to apply to pharm school. It's about a 50-50 split, as I said. As far as the major goes, to be a PharmD student, that really doesn't matter to us. We had a student this year that admitted who is an English major. What matters to us is those 72 credits. Required courses are in the area of calculus, chemistry, biology, physics, stats, all what the faculty believe you need to have a strong background in to to be successful here. Applications are submitted via what's called PharmCast. PharmCast is a national application that is used by, I think, nearly all pharmacy schools, and that collects your transcripts, your evaluations, your essays, and you'll need 2 letters of recommendation. We prefer, when it comes to letters of recommendation, we prefer one from a faculty member, preferably in the science area of some sort, and then one from a professional reference. The interview, sometimes this can be kind of intimidating. There's a 25-minute interview. You could do that online, or you can do it in person. You have 2 interviews, typically a pharmacist, a faculty member, or alumni, and a School of Pharmacy staff. it really is a time for us to get to know you better and you to get to know us. So to make sure it's a good fit for both of us, right? That's gotta be key. And it's your time here for you to tell your story about why pharmacy. It's also time for you to discuss anything you've done to show your commitment or interest to working in healthcare. And it's a perfect time to, if you've had a bad semester or a tough time, that's the time to talk about it. I always tell people it's better to tell us about a bad semester, a bad experience in terms of your grades, and tell us what happened, what you learned from it, and what's changed, than leaving it up to our imagination, right? You don't want to leave it up to anyone's imagination. So tell your story, create your own narrative, so to say. Yeah, and it's a conversation. An interview should be conversation. Of course, you don't want to sound like a museum guide, the way they can sound sometimes, but definitely practice ahead, right? Be able to tell some key stories about yourself. So, what are the key criteria? Academic achievement is one. We'll be looking at your transcripts, but not, surprisingly, we admitted students who had anywhere from a cumulative GPA to a 4.0 to a 2.8, right? The average was 3.5. We look at a range of factors: academic performance, your statements, your recommendations, your interviews. Um, so we look at a number of things before we admit. I always joke that it's not one thing that gets you into pharmacy school, and it's not one thing that gets you denied. It's usually, accumulation of different factors for most of us. Sometimes there is, but for most of us, that tends to be what it is. All right, why Madison? If you've never been to UW-Madison, some of the features that I think are unique. Um, We, once you come here as a first year student, you'll be put in a pharmacy family. You may be wondering what that is. And that's where a faculty member leads a group of students from all classes, all 4-year classes, so that you can get to know your student colleagues from all different areas. Each class size in the pharmacy school, it depends on the year, but it should be about 120 to 130 students. There are 18 clubs and um, organizations that you can get involved in here at the School of Pharmacy. Here's some notes. We are a top 10 pharmacy school. Our latest job placement, this is from last year, but the latest one I saw was 98% in 6 months. And our first time pass rate for the NAPLEX, we just got that updated. And, you know, we're really proud of that because our faculty have worked on that, and it's 96.5% first time pass rate. So, what does that mean in context? In context, that means that UW-Madison is the third best first time Netflix pass rate in the nation, third best. Um, I think that's, often in us in recruitment and admissions often say we're the best school. Well, now we have some hard evidence that UW-Madison is a strong program with that third best NAPLEX first time pass rate. We're going to prepare you well to be a pharmacist and prepare you to take the NAPLEX. The NAPLEX is the really the licensure test that you're going to take when you're completed with the program. Okay, if you've never been to Madison, it does offer a balance of academic rigor at the school, plus a quality of life in a diverse setting where you have many outdoor activities, a strong food scene. Madison ranks as one of the top cities for students and professionals. Renomom Hall is a little to the left in that picture, but you can see, like from my office, you can see the lakes, and my office in Renomom is probably a block away from a biking and walking trail. Here's what some current students say. By the time you graduate, you're going to have a close network of friends and former students that you can call upon. Not only in the 6 months, but in the 6 years or 20 years that you're in the industry, um, that are going to make a difference in terms of your ability to be a pharmacist, your ability to really navigate the pharmaceutical industry. So our graduates are very happy with their education here. Well, again, my name's Randy. Feel free to email me. There's a general email address. Uh, here's a, this QR code will kick you to our handbook and our program guidebook. Well, that is my presentation. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today, and hope you all have a good day.
Thank you, Randy. We appreciate it. And as students have questions, we will definitely direct them your way.
Yeah, thank you, Carla.